going on, gang? Welcome to Talk About Podcast. We are.
You're laughing at?
I almost forgot the name of our podcast for a second.
It's been a while.
Been a minute.
Been too long.
Little special edition here. We're tuning in from library at the dock down at Docklands, and we're here for the Beyond Hectic show reveal or show chat.
Show chat, artist talk.
Artist talk.
Show chat. I like show chat better.
Show chat.
We'll run show chat.
Show chat. Show chat. Say that 10 times quick.
Show chat. 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 Show chat.
All right. Anyway,
I thought we were onto something there for real.
Jezri, welcome.
Welcome to you. Welcome to my show.
Welcome to us.
Welcome. This is off the rails already.
Yeah, we're good. Your motherfuckers got to endure another 30 minutes of this shit.
Oh, I feel sorry for everyone involved.
So I'm gonna take the hot seat here,
please.
And I'm gonna guide us to a little conversation where we kind of we explore your show that's just kind of taken place. We touched on it in earlier episodes, but obviously now it's almost at its completion.
The tree is fruited.
And we're going to grab a couple of those fruits, have a little bite, and just see what happens.
I bought you mandarin before. I hope you like it.
Bro, I got that shit with me right here.
Oh my god, I got mandarin tree in the back. I feel like my mandarin tree is exactly how my art should look.
You mandarin keeping it real.
I'm Mandalorian.
Yeah. Canto no good though. Anyway,
I speak Mandarin.
We're tuning in from the library at the dock down at Docklands, and obviously, you know, your show's just taken place. How do you feel about it?
Feels good. I feel good to let it go. I mean, as you would know, like when you release bodies of work, when you release albums, EPs, LPs, there is a feeling of like relief, like you've let go of something, like you've mended a bird back together, and then they're like, fly bitch, like, and then it's gone, and then you kind of really can't do anything about it afterwards. So I feel like that is the equivalent of my show. Like I've put in, 10,000 hours to this work. What are you doing? What button are you pressing?
Just turning your mic up.
I think I'm pressing a
Or press it. Put it down at your mouth a little bit better.
Put it right in my mouth.
Yeah,
there we go.
He's back.
I was doing it again.
No, you're putting it the wrong way. That's the other mic. We've already been through this. Put it up near your lip.
Put it up right in my mouth.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah, no, it feels good to let go of it. I feel like for the longest time, I've just like overthought what it would feel like, and now it's out into the world. I feel real proud of my little bird. I feel like I've watched it recover. I feel like I've watched it come back to itself, and then I'm talking about the bird now. I'm talking about my art. But no, it feels good to have let it go and to have like just seen the response and seen and heard about different concepts people may have been exploring throughout the works, and there's like 40 artworks in here. It takes a while to produce a lot of individual stories and 40 individual stories essentially. So it does feel good to let go. It feels like I've released like an album or a book without actually having either of those skill sets. So in my department, I definitely feel accomplished. I feel like I've been through champ camp, and I've had my title fight, and I've come out with some bruises. I've come out with some gold, and I'm ready for the next fight. Yeah,
you just speaking of the experiences and the way people have experienced it. You were just having a little chat before we jumped into this with a young man who kind of come up and wanted to have a chat about it, and some of the things that you were kind of touching on with him about like the birth of this project were quite interesting, I think. So yeah, do you want to touch on exactly what you just said to him? Because I think it'd be cool to just repeat.
Yeah, of course. There is a particular feeling you get when you wake up in the morning and you're off your phone. You get to live your day with clarity. There's a full balloon set that came up. That was beautiful.
The fuck is going on there?
I love it. I'm into it. And I think we should keep it. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
There's like a level of clarity you have when you start your day right. And since October, probably earlier, if I'm honest, I haven't had the chance to start my day right. I've just started the day on my phone and stayed on my phone a lot throughout the day.
Yeah.
And
October last year or?
Every October.
Yeah.
Since everything.
Yeah.
And what I found is that waking up every day, checking my phone and having this instability, having this sporadicness, and having this like, I don't know, like this unhealthy feed, this doom scroll that I got stuck in. And, that doom scroll has been consisting of like war and memes all put into the one feed. And, you're scrolling in the morning, still waking up, and you're starting your day, you're going like, fuck, there's a dead body, there's dead kids. Oh shit, that's really funny over there on a different note. Oh, this one's really funny. This one's sports. Oh, this is memes, art, war, memes, art, war, memes, art, meme. And you start getting to this like spiral of like emotion. But ultimately, like our brains aren't meant to process things like that. And so, like on my doom scroll, I've just seen like parents putting their kids back together. And then on the next slide, I've just seen like fucking dogs chasing each other around and having a really beautiful time. And I'm like, that's cute. But the one before that wasn't cute. What's on the next one? Yeah. Oh, the next one's like a meme. That's pretty funny. Oh, well, shit, we're back to war again. Yeah. And so what that does to your mental state is gonna impact it in ways that we can't even measure. We'll be able to measure it in 10 years from now. But I wanted to timestamp this by kind of recording my headspace throughout this whole thing, and throughout 40 different artworks. I've tried to collect that idea that that there is this, I don't know, like an instability of my mental health that has been taken for a ride since like October and early before. I mean, I started working on the works like probably, I don't know, maybe like August last year. And so I went into it with thinking like, oh, I'm going to call the show Hectic. What does hectic mean to me? And hectic at that time was just kind of talking about my upbringing and like, going through graph and then like navigating life as a dad, and already a turbulent idea. And then that obviously morphed into beyond hectic, because I thought like hectic was the end of my maximalist chapter. Hectic was like this time of turbulence that had come to a full stop. And then, fast forward to July or August really, where I'm still living hectic, and so I called it beyond hectic. And so what I've kind of been witnessing over that course of time is, like protests and doom scrolling and looking around what else, and like obviously conducting my life as an active street artist. I'm researching shit in my PhD. So I'm like, I'm covering so many different areas all at once that I needed to kind of uniform the ideas into a body of work.
And it almost like just going to the point of, the meme, like on one, piece of content and then a massacre on the next piece of content. It's like, you can't not laugh at the meme, but you can't not be sad at the massacre. But somehow when the two are put next to each other, which they are on everyone's feed, it almost, it desensitizes a little bit. Yeah, it numbs you a little bit. And it's like, it's almost like you can't enjoy the highs or like kind of sink into the lows, because they're all just kind of mashed together. And it's a really weird space to be in.
Yeah, 100%. It really is. And it's that too. Like I kind of equivalated it to being on a holiday, and then that holiday going chaotic, like on a Jet2 holiday, save $50 per person. That's $200 for a family of 4.
Mate, you have been on TikTok. What are you talking about?
That's what I mean. Like my life is doom scrolling for the last little bit. And I've fully, like I've compared it to that, just being like this beautiful experience, like putting together a body of work. Like this is my 4th solo show. I've had like 2 extensions of tour, so this is like the 2nd one. So all in total, this is my 4th solo show, but my 6th solo showing. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's already complex.
So you're up to 6 now. Yeah, and I don't think I've liked any of them so far. So
no, you have you've ridiculed them all. You've actually given the worst Yelp review possible. 1 star.
Come on, bro. We need to step it up. Come on, surely show number 7 is going to be good.
Yeah, what could 7 be?
I don't know. Maybe just like a blank room.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, that's lit.
Just me sleeping in a blank room by myself. That'd be the best.
No. Okay. So, hello.
Hello.
We got a little visitor.
Hello.
So talk to me a little bit about some of the kind of highlights and the. I mean, I'm not going to say lowlights, but highlights and kind of like, you know, more tricky moments in this process.
I mean, obviously, just trying to showcase myself and showcase my emotions and make myself vulnerable is been a very challenging part. But as you know, like when you're born a creative, it's so consuming.
Yeah.
Like you live creativity all the time.
Yeah.
And so, you know, my biggest challenge has actually been the opposite of what I've said. It's been turning off.
Yeah.
You know, like that's genuinely been
like like when we were talking to Emma about like the concept of going on a holiday. Holy shit, that's terrifying.
A Jet2 holiday.
Yeah.
and it literally is that. I think the hardest part has been stopping, and just been turning off. And that's kind of what exists throughout this. You know, I obviously have to turn off the paint. I can't like doom scroll and paint at the same time. That's fucking stupid. But you know, I have an idea when I turn off and I go, oh shit, you know, this can actually represent that state of mind that I was going through when I woke up. You know, like there's a piece that I quite love the title of, and it's borrowed a line from Vince Staples, which is juggling, thugging, depression and pride. And I love that sentiment. I love that statement. And it kind of speaks to the whole show. If I'm
juggling,
honest.
thugging, depression and pride. Yeah.
And it is all that, you know, is juggling this ego and juggling this like toxic masculinity that I have to project. It juggles my ego. It juggles my like, my output, my brand, my persona that I have to give for Jeswri. It encompasses like this depression, this actual natural depression that I'm going through, like reading these things. But also a level of pride, being like, I have to be proud about the work that I produce. I have to actually be really confident and in my delivery. Otherwise, I'm just another artist putting pen to paper and going, check it out. So like, and then another challenge is this, obviously like funding this too. Like framing is not cheap either. So neither is paint. So, you know, it's a crazy, scary endeavor, like doing all of this and confidence and like, so it's like, it's allowing it was allowing myself to like be vulnerable and sad, but also going like, hey, come and check out my sadness, come and check out my pride, come and check out my thugging, you know. And like I reference a lot of pop culture and stuff as like tropes to lean on to kind of talk about little things like that, you know, obviously like Vince Staples or like
I see that he's a bit of a staple in your work.
I love Staples. I put check. And like I love hip hop. So hip hop just like leans to a lot of the things as well. So like there's a Biggie Smalls piece there called Give Me the Loot, Give Me the Loot. Give me the loot, give me the loot. And like that talks about like me still stealing things as an adult, just going like, oh fuck yeah, I was just grab this, grab that little 5-finger discount.
I did
but also
notice
chasing money.
I did notice when I was you know, inspecting the show, there was a lot of things that were reclaimed. You know,
I love a good reclamation.
And I had to explain or break it down for Bev what the reclamation meant. Can you kind of explain that for someone who may not? Is it something you want to explain?
Well, I mean, we're as artists and as creatives, right? We're all lost boys. Like we're all like in our heads. We're all just like free and running wild. And like, you know, when I referenced Lost Boys, I was thinking about like, you know, Rufio and Pan and like Thudbutt from fucking the Hook movie and just yelling bangarang. And all of their armor is made of like reclaimed shit. And so
that's a good point.
So I live in my head, like my creativity comes from like reclaiming things that have been taken. My PhD is coming about like talking about reclaiming space. And so things that just get used and thrown out and just disregarded sometimes, you know, like there's treasure in trash. The jerry can, for example, is a beautiful example of that. I call it the Jesse can. You know, you could obviously spin off the fact that there's like I mean, I opened the show during NAIDOC week, and I can imagine the amount of like racist shit that people say about Koori people, and so I like referenced that with the Jesse can. But I also named the piece and painted my face on it. I called it "For All the Heat on Me," and so for whatever reason, like some art collectors think that I have heat on me because I call them out for being like filthy fuckers, and
rightfully so.
Yeah, fuck them. And, that's brought some heat on me, but heat never hurt nobody. Heat only made things warmer. I could get lost in the sentiment. But, like, the idea is that, like, I'm dousing those critics with my own petrol. I'm dousing critics. I'm fighting fire with fire. So there's stories in reclamation you can borrow off, like, of little ideas that something the reclaimed could bring you. It's all lost and found, just like us.
So talking about reclaimed, one of my favorite pieces was a piece by the name of, wait, let me see if I can find it.
What do you got? What's your favorite?
Number 24.
24, where are we running?
The title is Fuck Your Tesla. So, and I read, shattered Tesla window glass mounted on MDF acrylic paint framed in black Japan stained oak. Okay, talking of reclaimed, explain that one to me.
Oh man,
were you allowed to say?
Yeah, I mean, fuck. I mean, like Elon brought a lot of heat on himself. It's probably a good segue.
100%.
So I created that last year when Elon started getting a lot of heat. And the description of the piece speaks for itself where I reclaimed it from. But I speak to it. I speak to the feeling. I speak to the idea and the commentary that people have about Teslas and how people have about like oligarchies and he'll probably watch this podcast, but my like father-in-law drives a Tesla. And like, I don't know, all these kids rag on him for having a Tesla.
Fuck his Tesla.
Didn't smash his window, but I'm just
could have.
But like, I think there's a lot of hate that was coming around at the time around like people owning Teslas and like I don't have a Tesla, but I was like, fuck, imagine if I had one, how would I feel? I've got the next best thing. I've got a shattered window. And so like I kind of speak to the notions that everyone was feeling, but also like I also felt that way too. I felt like fuck your Tesla. You could very much use your imagination off what I just said about the jerry can and Teslas and
put
rich
it to all that. Yeah,
I think you can understand where I may have gotten it from, but
I was
can't speak on record.
Yeah, that's fine, totally fine. Found it fell off the back of a truck.
It just appeared on my lap.
Yeah,
finished.
Very convenient. I was walking down Victoria Street one day on the way to work, and probably like 4 or 5 Teslas drove past me on the peak hour traffic in the way to the city, and they all drove past me, and I was like, I filmed a story, and I was like, I filmed all the Teslas drive past. I was like, I wonder if all these people know that they're directly supporting the Antichrist. Probably not. All right, keep going.
Yeah.
And,
that's how you know you're not in Dubai when everyone's driving fucking a Tesla and not Maseratis and Ferraris and shit. They're actually driving shit that they think is helping the earth.
Yeah.
But, man, you got to pay for a subscription to use your GPS in a Tesla.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
How fucked is that?
Well, look, I think there's probably some element of, trying to, I hope there's some element of trying to do good, but it's definitely morphed into something very much not that.
Yeah, and I think about just big business when I reference Tesla though. So it's less.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's less about what exactly it is and more about like big picture.
Yeah, cool.
So like,
the underlying idea, the concept, how it kind of plays a role in the way that society operates.
Yeah, and there's a fear component too. Like, I watched this movie on Netflix a while ago. Shout out Netflix. You want to pay me for this or what?
Let's go.
And I'll put my BSB and account number on the description below.
Oh man,
right here. And I watched this movie and I was just watching all of these Teslas just go on autopilot and just start crashing into each other. And it was apparently like remote piloted or like that was like an auto function or something. Like they all just had to drive to it, and it's
so terrifying.
Like it was a post-apocalyptic movie. And You've seen it?
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Where they keep driving and they keep running into each other.
Yeah.
What movie was that?
It's got Mahershala Ali in it. That's all I know.
It was
Leave the World Behind.
Yeah,
or something?
it was one of those ones. It was very recent, wasn't it? Yeah, I watched that. That's a pretty crazy scene.
Yeah, no, it's mad.
Yeah.
But like that's kind of what I thought. And I was just like, when I was, gluing the Tesla glass onto the board, I was like, this reminds me of that.
Yeah.
And then I had like all of this graffiti mix that me and my crew used to have that was like, you can't get off anything.
Yeah.
And I just doused it.
Yeah.
I just doused all the glass in that, and what shines through shines through.
Yeah.
So it's got like a graffiti element too.
Yeah.
It's like it's covered in this stain.
Yeah.
But
you know that bit reminds me of you know iRobot with Will Smith?
Oh yeah. The vacuum movie. iRobot vacuum? No, I'm just fucking with you.
Okay.
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
That scene reminds me of like when the robots go bad. And
yeah, I know.
And when they decide to go, we have no control.
Nah, my blender's gonna turn against me. Gonna come in with blades. Yeah, no, we're gonna have no control over it, and we've like fully submitted to this AI autonomy. You know, like speaking of AI, this is a perfect example of like of art moving against AI. You know, like there should be an appreciation for analog and tangible art these days when you can create art on your phone within 3 seconds through the help of AI and image generation. So like having an artist like fully celebrate 40 analog works is something that may or may not be seen in the future. So take advantage of it.
Yeah, this may never happen again.
It could never happen again.
Yeah.
But you think about like AI and stuff and how ultimately you don't want AI producing your art. You want AI doing your dishes. You want AI wiping your ass. You want AI like cleaning up for you. You don't want AI doing the things you like. Like creating things like that. That's an interesting angle to like go against AI and combat AI. Like I'm actually kind of for AI in so many ways, but you think about like AI versus artists and stuff, and this is almost like when anyone produces a body of work like this, it's anti-AI ultimately. So
it's AAI.
It's yeah, you probably nailed it better. I got nothing.
All right, so obviously we touch on a little bit of fuck you Tesla. What I know it's going to be very difficult to kind of narrow down, but is there like a one or two pieces that like really stick out as being important or your favorite? Maybe like one that's like the most important and one that you just kind of had the most fun with.
I had the most fun with one over there. It's called World War III.
Yeah. That one goes hard.
Kind of like timestamping things just with the name of it, but like it was a play on words. So like Wolverine, or I've been calling him Wolverine, the Wu-Tang head, Wolverine, he's holding up 3 claws, and I was like, WW3. That kind of makes sense. But also WW3 looks like WWE, which is like focus at just like fucking talking about the American system and the world system, just like being portrayed through like violence and dance, just kind of like a perfect summary of what the world is living in. When you watch WWE, it's weird. And yeah, that's kind of the one I had the most fun with. Like it's got, Wu-Tang logo as the Wolverine head and like the culture vultures that I've drawn down below. So at the same time, it's just talking about like, in my opinion, my inspiration, was talking about like the industrial war machine. And the vultures just like profiting off people and all that stuff. So that's something I had like fun with. It didn't take that long to paint, which is
that's probably the biggest Jezri-esque piece here, in my opinion. Yeah.
I think it is, yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of why I just let myself have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I think one of the most important ones was probably this one actually. This MF Doom.
I do fucking like that one as well.
Yeah, I love this one.
He's painting his own lane. What's it called? Stay in your own lane?
Stay in your lane, yeah.
Stay in your lane, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a way to not only start but also finish the piece too. So I kind of looked at this as like the way that Damn was produced by Kendrick. How you can listen to it one way and then you can go back the other way and listen to it again. So it acts as like not only the start but the end at the same time.
Right.
It speaks to my experience in Melbourne, just being told to stay in my lane and just like shut up and not say shit and not speak out. But also, just like it's taking the piss at like how pop art looks, and I guess like there's so many little like things about it. But like I was inspired by this scene from Seinfeld before I found Jerry was a piece of shit. And
He is?
then yeah, I'll get into it later. Don't worry.
Okay.
Google it.
Maybe off air.
Yeah, maybe off air, maybe on air. And Kramer is like, he bought this real estate. He bought this like section of highway, and he was like trying to take care of it. And there's this visual. There was also referenced by Schoolboy Q in another video. But Kramer is like leaning out the car, and he's like doing exactly what they're doing, just like painting the road. He's buffing the the yellow lines in the middle of the highway.
So he's making it as he goes.
He's making the lanes wider. So I love that analogy and how that plays into like my career.
Yeah,
is that I've made my own lines, I've made my own perimeters, and like I've been told not to, but you know, it's been working for me. And so that kind of like speaks to like me. It's a weird self-portrait in a way.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Chimpy.
And Doom obviously played a big role in this particular show.
Yeah.
Because he's referenced a fair few times, right? Is that just off the back of the Doom scrolling thing, or is there more to it?
No, it started with the concept of Doom scrolling, and Doom just kept playing. And something that I listened to whilst playing music is like kind of like lo-fi rap. Sometimes it's the only thing that can kind of keep me in this flow. And you know,
who does that?
Who does it best? Well, he did it best. And
R.I.P.
And you know, obviously like Dr. Doom being present in like a lot of the pop culture right now with Marvel doing the new Avengers stuff, and like they recast Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Yeah, have you seen the new Fantastic Four?
No, not yet. Have you seen it?
No, I'm
good. No, I was gonna don't spoil it, man. Don't get stretchy on me.
I won't do that.
Flame on. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. You know,
why?
I don't know. I thought you'd get that joke instantly. It's okay. This podcast is getting on a shit.
Human Torch was denied a
It's from Anchorman. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
He's just like reading out these ad libs, trying to get his like trying to get his tongue working.
All right.
I say it every night.
Yeah.
Trying to get my tongue working. And
talk to me a little bit about this one next to the Doom with the little one with the peace sign on some reclaimed wait, which one is it? Is it no strings attached? No.
That one is
War, what is it good for?
Yeah.
Acrylic on reclaimed object.
War, what is it good for? Yeah, James Brown song. My daughter loves James Brown. I don't know why. It's really funny.
Really?
Yeah. Just loves it. She's like, who's that lady? And I was like, shush. It's James Brown. It's cool because like at first, you know, it's just like this a peace sign on what looks like a picket fence. And that was the thing that grabbed me the most is when I saw it. It was like this blank box, but it had this like picket fence looking thing on it. I think it's like a Japanese Kanto box or something. And
yeah.
Or a bento box or something. I probably just butchered the name. Everyone's going to kill me. But if you look behind the bars, there's a skull painted on the inside.
Okay.
People don't see that actually without looking literally into it. But yeah, so like obviously peace, and then behind peace is death, and there's a mirage of peace.
You can see the skull when you look into it.
Yeah,
you see I missed that.
Yeah, read between the lines, literally.
And I was pretty up close with it.
Yeah.
And I still miss that.
You can't see it at first glance. I almost have to tell people to look at it. But once they find it, it's cool.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's about...
Little Easter egg.
Hey?
Little Easter egg.
I love an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's why I put on so much weight over Easter.
It's all coming back to me.
It's all coming back to me. Share. But it's just like the illusion and the disinformation that we have with social media and everything about war right now and everything about... the genocide is that we're being told that the genocide isn't that, and it looks a different way. And I wanted to describe that, to be honest. I wanted to say like, hey, this is peace, but there's actually death behind it. So like, it's a layered thing.
Isn't it funny how often in the course of history we've gone to war for peace, and like we've killed someone to keep peace, or you know, like I have to do this in order to maintain a status quo. That thing is probably just like a genocide or a bombing or
believing in someone's right to self-defense.
Yeah.
No, fully. And that's kind of what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is fucked with that. Like it's throughout history. And I think like we're in a day now with social media where you actually get to share that sentiment, being like, is anyone else calling bullshit? Because before social media, we weren't allowing ourselves like technologically to have that conversation as quick. So like you know, before that it was like fucking letter form or news or like newspapers, and newspapers have always been controlled by oligarchies as well, unless it's like independent. So like now social media, we get to follow things like Al Jazeera and like all other like independent news sources that actually speak like as a journalistic, like
directly,
as just like completely authentic with no commentary and no titles or
bias.
No bias, yeah. And so we just get to share that sentiment like so quickly now and just be like, anyone else calling bullshit? But you obviously get the two sides of the coin. You get the other side being like, here's the misinformation, here's the propaganda, and here's the facade, here's the surface level picture of what's happening, which may or may not be the truth. And you know, I think I've tried to do a lot of that with the work in my show, really. Like, you know, I've wrapped up and like, you know, I've gift wrapped a lot of the uncomfortable conversations in like nice form. Yeah. Do you know? Like, and that's what I said at the beginning, like a lot of these conversations are like, they're 40 individual stories. Not conversations. I mean, they're conversations now, but like they're all 40 individual stories really. And they all have 40 individual inspirations and concept starters that took me on a weird experience that sometimes translated into 2 or 3 paintings at the same time. So like I'd work on one and then that would inspire another. And I'd, you know, sometimes you saw my studio when it was fucking chaos. I had like 6 paintings all on the go at the same time. So
speaking about wrapped up, like now that you've kind of, you know, obviously the show finishes tomorrow, have you had a moment to, you know, you were talking about how intense it can be during the process and, you know, not being able to kind of sit still during that process. But now, have you had a moment to kind of like just woosah, feel like it, you know, feel like you have let the little birdie go?
My life is woosah, hey.
Yeah.
I wish I could live authentically in that woosah material. No.
No, it's short answer, no.
Nah, it's not. My wife's pregnant again, so we're expecting 2 babies, and that's never an easy way. Of course, like, you know, of course, I'm expecting fucking 2 babies. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was going to end here again. I'm gonna have to do another show, like even more hecticer.
Super beyond hectic, bro.
Yeah, literally. Ugh. So this was really called Hectic too, because like my life was still hectic, and I literally signed off on this chapter being like, goodbye birdie, fly free. Let's end this like hectic part of my life and start something fresh. And then I got the news, and I'm like, oh fuck. It's gonna be even more hecticer. Yeah. Or hecticest.
The hecticest. Do you have a bit of a pause before you start thinking about another show? Like, what do you do from here?
No, I've already started concepting the next one.
Right.
Yeah, I already started immediately.
Yeah. It's kind of what it's like, right? You got to keep that energy.
It has to be. And like I said beginning, like it's consuming to the point where it's an effort, or like the hardest part is to say stop. And as creatives, like our life is like we're always thinking, we're always taking notes, we're always taking like little points of inspiration from somewhere, whether we write it down or whether we not. And I've found that I can't stop. Like I can't stop having ideas. And so I just always like jot them down. Sometimes they collect in the same body of work and go, oh shit, yeah, I can actually present all of these things at the same time. But I mean, like, as you know me, man, I'm working on like 6 things all at the same time, all at the same time. So I don't know. I feel like I have started on the next thing, but the next thing could morph into something else as well at the same time. The next thing I'm doing is like different to this. It's like garden inspired.
Okay.
So like I'm talking about my experience like being in a garden as this newfound hobby of mine. Just like having this.
You and Sean out there in the garden, really.
I love gardening, man.
Yeah.
It's so good. I get naked and just like lay in the daisies. I don't do that. I thought it'd be funny.
Come on, bro. I know you do that. You don't have to front for the cameras.
I lay in the poison ivy.
Yeah.
Hope things swell up for the camera.
That's good.
I think to answer you, man, like I've always I've always been creative. I've never known how to stop, and I don't see myself stopping being creative anytime soon. And I don't stop myself like expressing. I can't see myself stopping the notion of expressing myself
Totally.
anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like I'll be expressing myself till I die, and at this rate, it'll probably be fucking sooner than later because like I work myself to death, man. So the mission is to like slow down in the best way possible. So maybe the garden theme thing could be like a challenge or like an idea to kind of slow down a bit more and like just stop and smell the flowers. You know what I mean? I maybe just thought my title just
very poetic.
Oh my gosh, I feel like Tupac. I feel like Tupac in Jim's mowing outfit.
That actually sounds pretty hard.
I'm into that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a blessing and a curse, right? Like switching it off. What fills that gap if I switch it off?
You tell me.
I don't know. Because I don't know I think I'm at the point now where I don't know anything else, and you're probably the same. Like this is all we've known for like such a long time. It's like if I try to remove that part of myself and like settle down or slow down, then it's like I don't know if you take away that part, am I still me? Probably not. So then I don't want to risk taking it away.
No. And I think a lot of people when they try and stop, they end up on Pornhub. And there goes your energy.
Well, that's the thing. You end up you replace, because there's a certain chaos here, right?
Yep.
There's a certain chaos in this kind of lifestyle and the way that we kind of create and operate. And if you remove that chaos, it gets replaced with some other form of chaos, and generally not a productive one.
No, I've got an idea about this thing. I tried to put a number to it, right? And it was a thing that I came up with last year. I say the word thing because that actually leans into what my idea is. I reckon that each week we are given a certain amount of things that we can do. Yep. My number was like roughly 10 to 14 things. So that's like 2 things a day. If you do one thing as an adult and you go, I had a pretty unproductive day, but at least I did that one thing. That one thing could be like sending off some emails. It could be like, it could be like fucking cleaning the fridge, or it could be whatever. Yeah, as you said, you take one thing away, you replace it with another. And so I'm still of the notion that you are given like 14 things throughout the week that you can probably do. Some people are gifted to be able to do more than that. Way more. Some people are down on their luck and can't do shit. But that's, I think that obviously kind of echoes into how people conduct their life too. And I don't know, it makes sense for me. Like I feel like if I do 2 or 3 things a day, I'm great. I can carry on my day and go, fuck yeah, at least I did those 2 or 3 things. If I eat into like 6 things a day, I've had a fucking great productive day. Yeah,
you really smashed it.
I should rest the next day.
Totally.
And you probably have to rest the next day because you've had such a big day before. And those things as well can be like, doesn't have to be like things you need to do. It can be things like going out or like having a beer with a mate, or it could be fucking
coffee date with the shorty.
Oh, fucking gotta have a coffee date with a shorty. How many coffee dates are you running with a shorty?
Not enough. Not enough by her standards. Probably too many for mine. No, it's a joke.
You got to fit in that long black, so you get 2 things in once. Get that double cut. No.
Yeah. No, it's actually a really good point, and something that I think I don't know if I told you this story, but basically, when I was working at the cafe. And I was working like part-time hours, like 20 hours a week, right? And so I was training a lot of MMA, very few work hours, lots of creativity, podcasting, writing, rapping, shows, like really consistent. And so I was doing a lot more things every single day. And I was like, I'd look around at other people in my circle or on the internet, and I'd be like, man, how do these fucking pussies not do more? Like losers.
Yeah. Same. We have the same amount of time in a day.
Yeah. Like fucking do more shit, right?
Yeah, literally.
And
I felt that.
But then I go get a big boy job.
Oh yeah.
40 hours a week, actually have to show up, do proper hours.
Yeah.
And then I go, and then, the first part was I started kind of abusing myself for not doing more.
That's Pornhub.
That was Pornhub. And then I said it to one of my brothers. I was like, yo, what's going on? I'm not being creative enough. I'm not doing enough stuff. And he was like, bruh, you're working 40 hours a week. If you just go to the gym and maybe get something slightly creative done, you've done everything. And I just went, Oh, yeah. Like 2 things a day max. If you can get 2 things done, mate, you're good. You're golden.
Yeah, fully. And I'm learning that as I'm growing older as well, is that like you can still do things and present them if you're slowing down too. You can still go and just have a different like pace of output.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you're producing something and expressing yourself, you're not bottling it in. I feel like the times that like I've been in that situation too, where you've burnt yourself out, you actually don't get any creative time or any like time for me.
Yeah.
And they're the times where you're like, where's Pornhub? Nah.
Yeah. He keeps mentioning Pornhub. I think he needs to get something out.
I think I've fucking gotten them out, dude. I've got twins on the way out.
Yeah, I know. My man's all the way out.
I'm fine. But there's like, the notion of like not having enough time in the day. Like we've all got the same amount of time in the day. You know what I mean? Like people would tell me all the time.
Except Ed Milet.
Who?
Ed Milet.
Who the fuck is Ed? Don't.
No,
is that going to fall for something?
Some people will get the reference.
What's Ed Milet?
I'll explain it to you later. Ed Milet has 3 days in every single day. So that's why he's super productive. Anyway, keep going.
Is that the same as Ligma?
What?
Is that the same as Ligma?
No.
Ligma balls.
No, sorry, keep going.
I forgot where I was at anyway. But I feel like, you know, I had a lot of people ask me like very early on when I was coming up, like, how do you do so much? And I was like, fuck, I have the same amount of time as you. How do you not do what I'm doing?
Slightly more, yeah.
Yeah, and then it obviously, same as that, man. It hits me like as I don't have as much time now. Like I literally have to carve out my creative time. Like I am so consumed by having a fucking 2.5-year-old baby. I have no time for myself at all.
Studio.
Dude, like no fucking time. And then I realized like, I literally look back on the people that were saying to me like, how do you not have enough time? And I go, you probably didn't fucking carve out that time for yourself. Because I literally probably have an hour or 2 a day. Like 24 hours, I have fucking an hour or 2 to myself now. And I go, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I have to do everything I want to do in that fucking small window because if I don't, it just won't happen.
It won't happen. Yeah.
It won't happen.
You got to prioritize it.
And now we have 40 works.
And that's how it happens.
So it clearly happens. Like people.
And that's how babies get made.
10,000 hours.
So that's how you get 40 works.
Yeah. I mean, just like carving out that time. Like there's been days where I've gone like, hey, there is nothing else in my life for these next 3 days.
I just got to get this tiny bit done.
Yeah. I have to just fucking crush it. And you like, you end up hurting yourself. Like there's days where I was like, I didn't eat. Some days where I was like, you know, had a couple slices of peanut butter toast and some meagerings and stuff. Like you just push yourself and you go like, I've got to fucking do it. I've got to get this shit out. You know, I remember like the 2 weeks leading up to this, like this particular part, I was literally going, I have to like fucking crush everything in this small window. I have no choice. Like I have no choice. And I just had to tell everyone and everything just to go like, have a back seat for a second.
Yeah.
It hurts to like.
But you need that pressure. Like otherwise, you know, you just need that pressure. Otherwise it doesn't get done.
Pressure makes pillows.
It does.
Or it makes diamonds. One of the two.
You can sleep on diamonds, can't you?
I think you can.
Yeah.
I slept on my diamond-encrusted Rolex last night.
Oh, you poor thing.
My poor baby. Nah, I didn't. I wish I had diamond-encrusted Rolex the same way I wish I had a working Apple iWatch.
Well, I wish I was signing off on this podcast, actually.
You can fucking leave whenever you want, you dog. You fucking... Get out of here, cunt.
No, like I look, I just want to say very genuinely that I came here and I was very excited to bring Bev here to experience this. And it was really nice to kind of walk through and just see your energy and your character and your spirit come through in every single piece.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's cool to see it still, you know, it's cool, like, you know, it's come a long way, but at the same time, it hasn't changed at all.
No, it has come a long way. Like I sent you the fucking screenshot of the day that I met you the other week at the video at the video shoot. And you know, since then, I think like back then I had the clothing brand. I had Vilify back then.
Yeah,
I wasn't doing any painting like this. I was doing like street art and stuff like graph, but I wasn't doing anything like this on this scale.
But what I mean is the essence, the energy has not changed at all. Like it's still the same core. It's still the same, in your face. Like I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to fuck your Tesla if I want to. Like that has not changed at all. Maybe the medium, the location, the size, the scale, but the energy in the core has not changed.
Thank you.
And that's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Damn, that means a lot. No, I know. I appreciate that. I feel that too. I try to represent authenticity as much as I try and be authentic. So I genuinely try to represent that authenticity in my work.
Yeah.
Whether it's like the things that I talk about or the way that I paint or the things that I paint really. Like I've been painting chimpanzees. I've been drawing chimpanzees for the longest time. I've always like wrapped my face the same way when I'm doing illegal shit. And you can look in this painting here. It's the same way I wrap my fucking face there. I still button bash like fucking E Honda, bro. The button bash. You ever go past E Honda? He's doing that.
Yeah, I know.
That's some Pornhub material.
Yeah, that was hard to get to pass.
No, he couldn't do it. But like, I appreciate the fact that you can recognize that that streamline of ingenuity. Because that's ultimately what I try and do. Like I actually talk about how adaptive my work has and can be, but the fact that you can still see my day one drawing style in it is the most authentic part, man. Like I was inspired by comic books and cartoons before I ever learned to paint, and I brought that into graph, and that's what separated me. Is painting cartoons, and I brought that into street art by painting graph and cartoons all together, and that made me authentic. And I stepped into design with a graph background and a street art background, and that made me different. And so I've just carried all of these things that have made me different into the next thing. Dude, as we spoke about a few months ago, like I made the Archibald, which is a crazy thing. It literally hit me today. I'm not even kidding. It fucking hit me today that I am in the Archibald. Like I'm not even kidding. I'm not just doing this for the fucking camera. I'm just speaking to you like as genuine as I can. Like it genuinely hit me on the way in. I was like, oh fuck, like
that's real.
That's real, man.
Yeah.
Like I remember when my mum took me to the Archibald. Like I remember seeing things for the flyers in the 90s. Like I remember like seeing artists and what that art looked like back then. It was fucking like oil painting portraits of like people sitting like Mona Lisa, and then now we have like, and now we have like one of Australia's hottest rappers just like representing him and like representing me in street art, just being like, there's a fucking that, and it's like as historically like people like me don't belong in that space.
100%.
But the fact that like I cracked that code, not only for people like me, but for my fucking self. That's what hit me this morning. I fucking cracked it for myself, and I was like, oh shit, there's no arguing about who I am in this art scene anymore. Fully, like there's no argument. You can make any argument you want about how this or how that or how much heat I have on me. At the same time, I fucking made the Archibald cunt. Like I've solidified myself. Like for the first time, I'll be back in it again. But you know what I mean? Like it hit me this morning. I was like, oh fuck, like that is real. Like that's not going away.
That can't be taken away.
It can't be taken away. Like I went to a library yesterday and found like the Archibald portraits from like the 90s and shit. And I was just looking, I was like, oh shit, I'm going to be in this book one day. Like, and I was just like, oh fuck.
That is pretty cool.
It's cool. It's cool. And it genuinely didn't hit me until like the drive in this morning.
Well, there's probably been so many, I mean, your life has been kind of non-stop since then.
It's been hectic.
It's been beyond hectic.
Oh shit.
But just the fact that, it happened. And it'd probably be the same with this show as well. Like, it still hasn't really, this moment still probably hasn't really sunk in.
No, that's why I wanted to do this with you. That's why I wanted to do this. So like, 5-10 years from now, we will have this.
Time stamp. Yeah, just say it.
I was trying to use a different word, bro. I was trying to use a different word.
Moment in time.
What's that bar you got about me? Hit me up. Come on.
Jeswri told me put it in the type stamp. Everyone need a heart, man. So I sit here tapping keys. Riverine handed these to me. Told me hit the gas on a tight jam.
There we go. And so that lasts in history. That's like it's an amalgam for history. Like that acts as a record in time. So I can come up with a different word for it. There you go.
So creative.
I know. What am I going to say? I'm a wordsmith. I'm just really good at
words and that. Oh,
words. And it just acts as like records in time, man. And just like you know, like I could keep saying to you, we could half-ass this and look back on this 5-10 years from now. I'm just, at least I'm fucking glad that we recorded it.
Yes.
It's just for our headspaces though. Like from my headspace, for your headspace, because like at least we get to see like what we talk like, what the art look like what's the output. Yeah. And like that's the things you can't actually redo down the track. Like you just have to be proud of the fact that you've like,
and I think
you're solidified in time.
I think it's so important to do it because there's so many, like even last night I was listening to a bunch of demos of mine from like over the last couple of years that probably I'll never release because that energy is gone now. That moment is gone now.
But you can sample them though.
I could probably sample them, or I will probably do something with them, but it doesn't feel the same. And I think you know, just shipping the work in the time that it's meant to be shipped and just dealing with whatever comes with that is fine.
What's that that Biggie Small song? Like you're nobody till somebody kills you, and like your record, your songs like will last forever, and they act as that reflection on your headspace or your expressive output at that moment in time is your timestamp. And so like as you said, you may or may not release them, but they exist.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the best part.
Jeswri, speaking of timestamps, homie, I think we put a stamp on this. Beyond hectic.
I don't know what you're doing over here. I'm just fucking. I'm doing the cut. You're just fucking mimicking me.
Oh, sorry. Beyond hectic. Chat with the artist here, Mr. Jeswri. I hope you feel good about getting this timestamp down, and
I do. I appreciate you sitting down with me and eating some hot ones with me.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
We should eat some chicken wings actually after this.
I'm kind of hungry. I haven't eaten today. I don't want to eat too much. I've got a photo shoot tonight, so I've got to look kind of lean.
Yeah. Well, lean, mean, fucking green.
Timestamp machine.
I don't know. I'm a wordsmith, man. I come up with words. You're the word guy, not me.
I'm the word guy. Anyway,
thank you, dude. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, look at that muscle right there. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, this has been a beautiful son. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. Beyond Hectic has been beyond hectic. I am actually glad to call it a day on it. And you know, these works have lasted and will last the length of time. And I'm excited to see where they go. A lot of the pieces have been reserved for some homes and some walls. So I'm keen to see how that looks in people's homes too. And and just the messages that carry through. Because I'm excited to see what the next messages come through are as well. Like I'm obviously expressing myself all the time, same way as you are. So we got a fucking champ camp coming out.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you again. I love you.
All right, we're signing off.
Thank you everyone for coming out today. Love you all.
Well, you guys have been great. You especially. You've been amazing.
Don't get up again. Sit down.
You up the back. Keep it down.
Thank you so much. I like your shirt over there. Thank you so much. What's that? Is that that's a shirt from? Oh yeah. Anyway, thank you everyone.
All right, we'll see you next week on the Talk About podcast. Let's go.
We are friends. We like holding hands. Cut. Where's the outro button?
Perfect.